Here we have Blue Purple Kaido, commonly known as Purple Kaido. Why is this leader bad? Well, let's be honest. First of all, Purple has had issues with their ramping because they're known to negative Dawn. So that off the top, but you're looking at his leader ability and it's like wondering to yourself, but his leader ability gives you Dawn and it's active at that. Yeah, but it meets a condition. You have to meet a particular condition. Yes, Purple was known to KO characters, but at the same time, you also had to negative a Dawn in order to KO. So you're just going neutral. So how much of an advantage are you actually getting? As well as, this is a Dawn X ability, which means if you have Who's Who in your hand, you need 4 Dawn ready to go in order to just use your 3-drop Who's Who. So 1 has to go on Kaido, then you play Who's Who, -1, you're just back at 4. You're back at 4 with 1 active Dawn. That's it. It's not very impactful. That's the truth. Another thing that Purple suffers from is requiring, or maybe Animal Kingdom more in particular, is requiring Onigashima. If you need a stage card, you're probably going to be a bad deck. You have to not need a stage card. For some sad reason, stage cards aren't impactful enough to really, help any of these decks. And Onigashima has no consistency. Even in Blurple, where they came out with support to get you a search card, you still have to hope to see it. You still have to hope to see it on curve, because it's like you lose a whole damn turn trying to play that 3 Dawn stage card so you can start ramping and refunding your Dawn. It is difficult. It is difficult. Also, the color combination is holding you back. Purple has KO effects. Blue does not. Blue simply bottom decks or returns to the hand, but Purple is the one with the KO. So already half your color is not even assisting you. That's a problem. Even if you rely on your Purple side, you're probably going to be behind in curve in order to even use your Purple ability. Like if you have 6-drop King, well guess what? You need 7 Dawn for the play. If you have 7-drop King, guess what? You need 8 Dawn for the play. You understand? The conditions and the requirements is just too taxing to your board state. It's not worth it. You're not getting enough back. How often are you using this leader ability? Well, you could probably actually use this leader ability 2-3 times. But it's not frequent enough to impact the game. It just isn't. And you have to or still suffer from being at a late in the game. You need to be at pretty much a 10 Dawn state to get the most out of this leader. Because now you want to use your 9-drop Kaido, give him a Dawn, KO something, go crazy. You're just to refund that 1 Dawn. If your Onigashima's in play, you're getting back 2 Dawn. But now you need, your circumstances is like too specific at this point. You're going to need your Onigashima, you're going to need your 5-drop Kid, you're going to need to have an extra Dawn up so you can attach it to Kaido, you're going to need to, just too much going on. Now you can also tell yourself, well, I could just attack the character. I don't have to play something. Well, yeah, that's probably the most beneficial way to gain this leader ability. Problem is, you have to succeed at KOing your character. And if your opponent can stop that, well, you kind of just set yourself back because you focus a lot on trying to KO a character, because keep in mind, you got to attach a Dawn, and if they didn't just give you a free low drop to swing on, probably got to attach multiple Dawn, losing out on developing your board that turn. You see the issues here? You see how not worth it here? So for a good half of the portion of the game, you're just playing with a vanilla. You're playing with a leader with no ability. You're playing with a leader with no synergy. You're playing with a leader that inherently, innately keeps you behind. You can't even focus on developing your board. You can't even focus on setup. You can't, hey man, even if you want a 10-drop Kaido, well guess what? You need all 10 Dawn to even make that play. The best synergy you're looking at is 9-drop. And you still have to meet a particular set of conditions just to get the most out of that. You have to be at 10 Dawn, so you can Dawn X. They have to have a 6-drop or lower. That's about it. And you have to, of course, have the Kaido in your hand. And hopefully you're not losing the game by then. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Now, maybe there might be more support. Maybe there might be purple cards that can KO without negative and Dawn. I doubt it though. Or maybe they'll just start like adjusting the stats of the purple cards, where it's like, yeah, I can play this 5-drop that's no counter, but it's 7k, and it does negative a Dawn, but I can KO another 5, or who knows? I don't know what they might come up with in the future. But once again, you might get this ability 3 times. It's not impactful enough. In order to get this ability multiple times, you have to basically put yourself behind just to get this ability, and it's just simply not rewarding enough. That's the truth. That one active Dawn is just not enough. And half the times, you're keeping yourself at the same Dawn state. You're never advancing. You're not even ramping. You're just refunding yourself.